She stepped into an elevator, and was never seen alive again. What she did in those final moments was so bizarre, it left millions of people convinced something supernatural was at play. This is the chilling mystery of Elisa Lam, and the hotel with a history soaked in death. In 2013, a 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam vanished while staying at the notorious Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. What followed was a series of eerie clues, viral surveillance footage, and the discovery of her body in a place no one expected. To this day, her death remains one of the most mysterious and unsettling cases in modern history. Elisa Lam was a student at the University of British Columbia in Vancouver. She had a passion for writing and often shared her thoughts and mental health struggles on her blog. Elisa suffered from bipolar disorder and depression, but she was determined to travel, explore the world, and push past her inner struggles. In late January 2013, she set off on a solo trip along the west coast of the United States. She traveled by train and bus, visiting cities like San Diego before arriving in Los Angeles on January 26. She checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel, a building with a long, dark history of suicides, murders, and ties to serial killers like Richard Ramirez. Elisa was in regular contact with her parents during the trip. But on January 31, she suddenly stopped replying. Concerned, her family reported her missing. Police began an investigation. They searched the hotel, questioned staff and guests, and even used search dogs throughout the building, except for the hotel's water tanks, which they didn't check at the time. As days passed with no leads, suspicion and unease grew. Then, on February 13, LAPD released surveillance footage from one of the hotel's elevators. This 4-minute video would quickly go viral and become the center of the mystery. In the footage, Elisa appears to be acting strangely. She presses multiple elevator buttons but the doors won't close. She steps in and out nervously, looks around as if hiding from someone, then begins waving her hands and making bizarre gestures. The footage sparked countless theories. Was she hiding from someone? Was she hallucinating? Was someone manipulating the elevator? The internet exploded with speculation. Some believed she was being stalked. Others thought it was a mental health episode. And a darker segment of the internet leaned into supernatural theories, suggesting the building itself was haunted. 2 weeks later, on February 19, hotel guests began complaining about water pressure and a strange taste in the tap water. Hotel staff checked the rooftop water tanks. Inside one of the tanks, floating face up and naked, was the body of Elisa Lam. The question was, how did she get there? Access to the tanks was restricted. The doors to the roof were locked and had alarms. Even if she made it up, climbing into the tank would be extremely difficult. And then there's the lid. Some say it was closed when her body was found, others claim it was open. The autopsy ruled her death as accidental drowning, with no signs of physical trauma, only traces of her prescribed medication. Police concluded she had a manic episode, climbed into the tank herself, and drowned. But many people still weren't convinced. How did she access the locked rooftop? Why was the elevator behaving strangely? And how did no one see her climb up there? Some theories suggest foul play, with possible involvement from hotel staff or other guests. Others believe it was purely a tragic mental health crisis. And some still think there was something supernatural at work. After all, this was the Cecil Hotel, a place drenched in death and darkness. To this day, the death of Elisa Lam remains unsolved in the minds of many. Whether it was a tragic accident or something more sinister, one thing is clear: her story continues to haunt those who hear it. A young woman lost in a building with a past so dark, it seems to have swallowed her whole. If this story made your skin crawl, imagine what's coming next. Don't miss out on more true horror from around the world. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next chilling tale. You never know, the next mystery might be closer than you think.